Okay, so this is going to be a Pilates warm-up. So we're just going to come all the way down to the mat, to your mat or towel, whatever you've got here lying down. All right, and we're going to sit up nice and tall. You want to think of your shoulders rolling back, your shoulder blades squeezing behind you. Your arms are straight and your fingers are pointed. Your knees are touching, okay, and your feet are touching. Your big toe and your heel are touching. You're sitting up nice and tall, and you're going to tuck the chin and roll the spine nice and slowly all the way down to the mat. You're going to bring your hands just slightly behind. Your shoulder blades are still up off the mat. Inhale, exhale, bring your arms forward, begin to roll up to sitting. Now we're just getting the core nice and warm here, okay? So we're sitting up, inhale, exhale, tuck and roll down. Arms come back. All right, inhale, exhale, begin to roll up, sitting up nice and tall. And again, bring it down. Arms come back, inhale, exhale, arms come forward and rolling up. Inhale, exhale, roll down. Arms come back. One more time like that, we're bringing the arms forward and coming up. Now we're sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to raise one foot and lower it down. Other side, raise it and lower it down. Really holding the core nice and tight. I want you to feel that contraction here as you deep breathe. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Again. Other side. Now we're going to straighten our leg, bring it up, and lower it down. And lift, same side, and lower. Sitting up, exhale, and lower, and lower. Exhale, lower it down. 2 more times with this leg. Lift and lower. Feel it in your quad and lower it down. Next, we're extending that leg out straight, the other leg, and we're lifting and lowering. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Sitting up nice and tall. Now you're just reclining. You're reclining back. Exhale, inhale, lower. Exhale, inhale, lower. 2 more times. Last time. And lower it down. Next, we're going to bring one knee up and the other, and we're going to hold this position here. Our knees are pressed together and our big toes are pressed together. We're holding here, arms are nice and straight. Breathing deeply. Now we're placing our hands on the side of our calves for support, pulling ourselves up just a little bit more and straightening the legs. Here, straighten and hold. Straighten as much as you can. Holding through the core, shoulders are back. And lower back down into boat hold right here, holding. One last deep breath. Exhale, place your hands on your sides of your calves. Extend your legs as straight as you can. We're going to do that one more time, coming down into V-sit, holding. Squeeze those knees together as much as you can. Hands on your calves, extend your legs up straight, point the toes, shoulders back. Now slowly begin to bring your toes down to the mat and rolling down all the way down, all right? We're placing our hands behind our ears. Our back is in full contact with the mat. We're opening up our airway so we can breathe. We're bringing one knee up and the other. We're going into nice, slow bicycles right here. Rotating, reaching for opposite knee, opposite elbow, right here. Give yourself some time to take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Pointing the toes, moving through this move nice and slow. Four more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reach around, grab your knees, bring them into your chest, take a little rest, rock back and forth. Now we're going to bring our hands behind our ears one last time. We're going to crunch up, elbows to knees, open, inhale, open the knees and drop your shoulder blades down. Exhale and open, inhale, nice and slow. Try not to yank on your neck too much. Your fingers are just gently placed there for a little bit of support for your neck. Four more, here we go. 4, 3, 2, last time, and reach for those knees, bring them into your chest. All right, so now we're just going to drop our hands to our sides, and we're going to drop our both knees down to one side, just taking that stretch right here a little bit, and now we're bringing them up back to center, and down to the other side. So these are going to be our windshield wipers. You can straighten your legs out at the top a little bit, bring them down, slowly bending the knees. And exhale, bring them up. And again. Give your arms a nice wide reach here on the floor as your base, as you go side to side. With control. 2 more. All right, now bringing those legs down into tabletop position. We're extending one leg, bringing one knee in, opposite knee. Inhale, exhale, switch. Single leg stretch here, inhale, exhale, switch. Again, bring it up, bring your shoulder blades up off the mat just a little more, just to engage your core just a bit more here. Pointing the toes, reaching out through your toes. Few more. 3, 2, last one. And bring your knees into your chest. All right, take a little break right here. We can feel the heat creating here through the core. All right, so now we're coming up. Our knees are tucked in tight, where our arms are reaching towards our feet, towards our heels, okay? Where shoulder blades are lifted. We're inhaling. Reaching through fingers and toes, exhale, bring it in tight, okay? So here we go for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring those knees into your chest. All right, now we're going to bring our toes up, pointing up to the ceiling. We're going to take the hamstring stretch here, reaching for our calves or ankles or wherever on your foot that you want to reach for. We're holding, and we're just allowing our shoulder blades to fall down to the mat, okay? Just to get a little bit more of a stretch here through the hamstrings. Deep breath in and out. Now we're going to reach for our toes, and we're going to slowly bring our knees down to each side, just releasing the hips here. The feet are flexed, so you're really just pulling down on the toe. Taking a nice deep breath, allowing your hips to stretch. One more nice deep breath in. And we're going to extend the legs. Try to straighten your knees out as much as you can. Just allowing your feet to become as wide as possible. Taking that stretch through the glute. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly begin to bring your feet together. And release your hands from your toes. Now, we're going to sort of bring our hands behind our hips, and we're going to lift up, squeezing, just letting our legs hover just a little bit right here. Now, this is going to be an intense stretch on your hamstrings and the sides of your thighs, okay? So right here, we're just allowing this stretch just to happen. We're taking some nice deep breaths in this modification. Now, if you can, if you want to, I would like you to walk your hands up your back just a little bit more, coming into a shoulder stand, okay? Just allowing your back to stretch. Your hands are on your mid-back. Your feet are pressing up towards the ceiling in this inverted pose. Taking a few deep breaths in. And slowly walking your hands back down towards your hips. Your hips are hinging and your legs are coming down a little bit more straight. You might feel more of a stretch here as you begin to get into this plow pose. This is a modified plow pose. Just trying to straighten your knees as much as possible and bend them and straighten. And bend. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the knees. Exhale, bend the knees just slightly. Inhale, straighten. And bend the knees. Exhale. We're coming up into that inverted pose one more time. Walking your hands up to the mid-back. You're reaching up through the toes. Taking a deep breath here. Inhale. And slowly begin to bring your feet down one last time. Now, if you can, if you want to, reach your hands around, reach for your toes, and slowly begin to come down with your hips, rolling those hips down. You're pulling on your toes, trying to make a nice, slow movement. Every part of your back is touching the mat. And now you're going to slowly lower your legs down as you place your hands under your hips. Nice and slow. Bring your feet down. And relax here just for a moment. Let your back reset. Deep breath in and exhale. Okay, so now we're going to push up to sitting, and we're going to come into standing. We're going to work some standing yoga. Starting in Tadasana, mountain pose. Our feet are touching, okay? We want our heels to be touching and our big toe to be touching. Our toes are spread apart. We're standing up tall, shoulders roll back, shoulder blades squeezing behind us, and hands are by your side. Chin is lifted, your chest is out, your stomach is in, pulled in tight. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. Try and disperse your weight evenly on the whole of your foot. Okay, so we're not just standing on our heels or on our metatarsals, we're standing on our entire foot, trying to balance, become grounded. Our energy flows into the earth flows back into us, and we're becoming tree pose. We're taking one foot, pressing it into our inner thigh. Our hands are wide for now. We're really pulling up on the knee of our base leg, of our trunk, so to speak. Our roots are pressing deep, deep into the earth. And we're pressing our palms together. Core is nice and tight. Everything lifted. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. Reaching with your branches up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands down. And release that foot. We're coming over onto the other side. First though, we're back in Tadasana. We're back in mountain pose. Toes and heels are touching. Everything is grounded and deep. Deep breath in. Exhale, bringing the other foot up, pressing it into your thigh. Arms are down for now. Inhale, think about your knee raising, your quad is tight, and so is your core. Press your palms of your hand together. Inhale, raise them up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, begin to bring your arms down. Your arms are nice and straight. And they come center. Reach for that foot. And back into mountain pose we go. This time, bring your hands up into prayer position. I'm just turning to the side so you can see. Chair pose, we're going into chair pose next. We're inhaling, bringing the arms up. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And sitting down, knees and toes are touching. Hold this pose here. Once again, trying to disperse your weight evenly on your feet. Inhale, come on up. Slight back bend here. Inhale, exhale, bring your arms down to your sides, back into Tadasana. Okay, so we're going to go into our triangle pose. So taking a deep breath in, starting from mountain pose, exhale. One more deep breath in. And on the next exhale, we're coming out with the legs nice and wide, arms are reaching. The right foot is turning towards the right, 90 degrees towards the wall. The left foot is just tucking in a little bit toward the midline, about 60 degrees. We're looking towards that hand. Deep breath in. Legs are tight, knees are lifted. We're going to slightly hinge from the side, dropping the arm down, dropping the hand down to your shin, reaching with the other hand. Now, we're turning our head to really look at the outstretched arm, the hand that is reaching toward the ceiling. We're thinking of this hip rolling behind us. Our legs are nice and tight, and we're holding here, breathing. Next inhale, we're coming up. We're turning the feet, so the left foot is pointing out straight, 90 degrees to the left. The right foot is just tucking in slightly toward the midline. Legs are nice and tight, knees are lifted. We're looking out through that hand, and we're reaching, thinking of that right hip rolling behind us, reaching and opening wide, holding here for our 4 breaths. Next inhale, we're coming up. Both feet turn forward and hop back into place. Tadasana in prayer position. Okay, so we're going to work a little triangle pose. It's going to be a rotating triangle pose, so this might be a little bit of a challenge. So we'll try to get into it, but I'll walk you through it step by step, okay? So we're going to take a nice deep breath. Exhale, come back into wide open reach. Now our right foot is rotating towards the wall, 90 degrees. Again, our left foot is at 60. Okay, this time we're going to rotate our upper body. Arms are reaching, and we're coming down into inverted triangle pose, reaching. This is where that block would come in handy. Really feeling the stretch along the hip. The legs are nice and tight. Deep breath in. Next deep inhale, we're coming up and rotating center, turning the feet. Left foot rotates 90 degrees. Inhale, exhale, rotate the upper body and bring it down. If you're up on your fingers, that's fine. Next inhale, come on up. And rotate back. Feet come forward and jump it back into mountain pose. Now we have one more pose that I want to work on. Again, hop out. Turn the right foot so it's pointing out 90 degrees. Left foot angles in. We're bending the knee this time, bending the right knee, reaching, looking towards the right. And what you're going to do is you're going to place your elbow on your bent knee. Your other arm, your left arm is reaching out overhead, really thinking about really pulling your hip nice and tight. You're reaching, your legs are tight, everything is grounded. Hold here and feel the stretch. Next inhale, come on up. And straighten that right knee. We're going to switch our foot position. Inhale, exhale down to the left. You really want your heel to be right under your knee, your bent knee. And you're going to place your left elbow on that bent knee and reach. Nice long line right from the heel of your right foot all the way to your hand, all the way to your right hand, reaching. Inhale, come on up. Straighten that left knee and hop back into mountain pose. We're just going to do a little forward fold here, placing your hands on your shins. Your arms are nice and straight. And you're feeling your stretch in your hamstring. Inhale. And drop your upper body a little bit lower, placing your hands on your feet. It's okay if you need to remain with your hands on your shins, that's fine. And dropping your forehead down, placing your hands by the sides of your feet. And we're going to walk down into downward dog. Just open your feet out a little bit. Pushing up through the hips, stretching out through the calves. And we're going to slowly bend the knees, bringing them down to the mat. Into all fours position. We're going to do a little bit of cat-cow stretching. So we're just rounding up and arching. Round it and arch it. Rounding and arch it. One more time. And we're going to come down into down all the way down to the mat. Okay. So we're all the way here. Our hands are by our chest. We're going to touch our nose to our mat and take a deep inhale. Raise your chin. Come on up. Straighten your arms as much as you can. And hold. Exhale, slowly bring your chest down to the mat and drop your nose to the mat right here. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, on the next inhale, we're coming up. Relaxing your hips. And exhale down nice and slow, all the way down to the mat. All right, now we're gonna push back into child pose. Nice and slow. Just let your lower back release down, dropping your forehead down to the mat. Deep breaths in and out. And we're going to bring our arms back and just let them lie down at the side of our body, just opening up the shoulder blades. And we're going to move our hands up. We're going to push ourselves up into sitting. Taking our towel or a pillow or something, I'm just going to fold this, place it here. It's going to be right under my, my upper back. So I'm just going to lie down on it. My head comes down and my arms are going to lay by my sides and my back is going to release. And we're taking some nice deep breaths right here. 4 nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, you roll over onto the side. Come on up, nice and slow. Your legs are going to be on one side. You're going to drop your hand down. Your other arm is going to reach over, stretch out that side once more. Inhale, bring the arm back. And we're going to switch our feet over to the other side, shifting your weight. Hand is down near your feet, reaching up with your hand,